Hello, everyone. Good day. I hope you all are ready for day 5 of aptitude training. No, today's interview skills. Yes, today's interview skills on employability skills. So be ready with your paper and pen, and please make a note of whatever is being said. Hope you all enjoy the session. Sir, you can continue.
Um, Hello, good evening, guys. No, yesterday we saw about how to tell about yourself. Today, before going into other questions, let me ask you: do you have passion in your life? Many people know when I meet, I ask people, "Do you have passion?" They say, "What does mean by passion?" So you must know what you mean by passion. What drives him? Music drives him. Music is his passion. I would say Raja sir took, his profession, music, because that was his passion. Even now that also now also it is passion for him. So again, another person, you must read this book, A.R. Rahman, written by Kamini Matai. Very wonderful book. Um, this book talks about how A.R. Came into music, what happened in his life. Everybody must read this book. Um, Suddenly, his father died. Don't know what to do, and he's discontinued his school and started going for music. Then he took music as his passion, and he developed. Uh, you know, he you know about him. You know about his music. I don't want to tell. Next, Dr. V. I met him. I met him in 2005 in a conference. He gave a 15 minutes talk about his life. Uh, my greatest inspiration, Dr. V. Dr. Govindappa Venkadasamy, he found out his passion, especially on the eye surgery. At the age of 58, he started Aravind Hospital. I think you may know about it. Started the hospital, 11-bedded hospital. You know what happened? When he was around 80, he could perform 100 surgeries per day. Imagine the passion towards um, you know a particular field. Today, even Chennai, in Punamali, you have Aravind Hospital. If you read about his life, very very pathetic life. He didn't get married. Just go and read about him, why he didn't get married. uh, a man of full of inferiority complex, how he changed that inferiority complex, and how he developed himself. That is an amazing life. You must read it. I recommend you to read lot of biographies, especially autobiographies. Then you will, if you read biographies or autobiographies, you will start comparing your life with them. Sometimes the same thing might have happened in your life, so you can easily um, compare. Next person, I don't know whether you know his name. Um, I recently, like 6 months back, I saw an interview. Pesum Talami. You can also go and search on YouTube, Pesum Talamai. Um, he says when he was around 10 years, his father, in an accident, he lost one of the fingers, important fingers, because he was a mridangam player. So obviously you cannot play mridangam without fingers. So what the father did is he took the first son, that is Viku Vinayara, started, no, he started giving practice. You don't believe, how many hours, how many hours they practice. When he was around 10 years, father made him to practice for 18 hours per day. Morning 4 o'clock, he has to get up. They will lit the lamp. He has to play till 8 o'clock. Then again, he has to sit at 9 o'clock. So night around 10, 9 to 10, they have to practice. One full day, 18 hours, father made him to practice. He says, I learned the full, the dexterity of playing mridangam in just 1 year. Just go and ask any of your friend, how long will it take to learn a gadam? Gadam, I asked one of a percussionist. He says at least 7 years, but he learned it in just 1 year, and he got a Grammy award recently. You can also go and watch that video. Personally, if you ask me, I found out my passion in 2008. I completed my post graduation in 2005. I worked first job. I worked in a particular NGO. I didn't like the job, so I quit. I went and worked as a lecturer. I used to take social work papers. I used to take 3 or 4 papers. I worked there for 1.5 years in a college in Kodaikanal. I was not very happy. But 2007, end of 2007, I got a call, and I got a job in Chennai. In that job, I found out something called soft skills training. So I got excited. I used to attend. I used to go as a coordinator. I will go and coordinate the training programs. I saw one particular trainer. He was from Madurai. His name is KRG. See, 1 hour if he speaks the same content, I heard for more than even 25 times, but I listened. Such a way he speaks, his body language, the way he articulates, the way he tells story, amazing. So I decided 2008, I got an energy. Then slowly I came into the training. Till 2017, I was working in different institutions. In 2017, I decided I'm not going to work anymore under any company or any organization. So we started an organization called Esquare Training Consultants. So what I would say, um, you can ask me, sir, you became soft skill trainer. What happened? No, what did you? What are you doing in this? I want to tell about this guy. He is my student. I met him in 2016. I took placement training program for him. On the time we met, no, we didn't have much time to speak. After the training program, he came to me and he said, like, sir, I'm writing a book. I said, like, write. That's all. That's a conversation we had. 2018. I listened. 2016, I met him and gave a placement training program. 2018 August, when I opened my Facebook, I got one message. This is the message I got. He sent it and he said, "Sir, this book because of you. If you read the whole thing, no, he thanked my parents and family. The second is Praveen Kribagaran, my name. Then Don Brown, Google, Wikipedia, Big Bang Theory, Friends, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. Then the last Raja. So there are only three names. One is my name, Don Brown, and Ilayaraj. And he says, he, he, he thanked, he thanked me. I said like, no, what did I do? I felt like, what did I do? Um, in the book, he gave one full chapter. He explained about my, one particular lecture. If you read that book, you will come to know. I think it was in, I don't know, I don't remember the page. I think it is 200th page. Um, if I no when I spoke with him, he says, "Sir, I learned a lot of from you, and you gave me a lot of advice to how to improve my English." So he went and he started doing, he started learning English, and he was watching the serials, like Big Bang Theory, Friends, Breaking Bad. You people know about it. So he developed his English and he wrote a book, and it was appreciated by many people. Um, I think I think she no he told like she was no uh, casted in. Terry movie. I don't know her name. It is his page. Why Hens Are Tears? That is the book name. Even Jennifer, Jennifer, she no, made a video, and she talked about this book. Especially why I ask you to read this book, because he tells, in the end of the book, he tells how he attended the interview, how he got placed in IBM. The very first job, he got placed in IBM. So if you like, if you are a reader, you can read. So I advise you find out your passion. So tell me how to find out. I would say like read a lot of books, speak with many people, your professors, your trainers, and you can easily meet people in Facebook. So try to speak with them, and once you find out your passion, just invest your money and time on it. Now we'll go to interview. Yesterday, we were talking about tell about yourself. Now, what should I wear? What should I wear? For the interview, you can wear some elegant colored dress. I would say go for a new dress, especially for interview. Buy a dress. For example, if you ask me for training, I have a separate dresses. I never use that dress anywhere else. It's only for training program. So spend money. Spend money. If you say so, my mom and dad is very poor, they cannot afford, go work, do online job, earn it, get a very costly dress. When you go for a costly dress, the color of the dress will be very, very beautiful, and it looks, it's very beautiful. And if you go for a low budget dresses, I know the quality. You people know the quality. So better you go for costly, and better go for a new dress. No, you can wear like this. You people know better than me. So I would say like buy a new dress. Um, so don't try this type of heels. Um, you can go for a very small sizes heels. I would say like use this type of heel, because if you have a flat slippers, then your gait will change. So be careful about that. If you don't have a good gait in the sense, if you don't have a good walking style, please learn it. If you read the history, Queen Elizabeth. Um, her father died due to some illness, people say you are the next queen. So she practiced all the body language. To become a queen, you need to have a separate body language. She practiced all this body language for 18 months before the coronation. You can also watch that coronation video. If you type coronation, Queen's coronation, you will find it. You see her how she carries herself is something unique and very beautiful. So you have to learn. If you don't have a good walking style, you have to practice. Buy a chapel, new one. You get a new one, and you can practice. Don't wear earrings like this, and not too much of makeup. And whenever you go, don't take kerchiefs. You can use dry or wet um, wipes. If you are too nervous, you will start sweating. So on the time you can use um, wipes. Perfume, last week I had a program. One of the students asked, like, can we use perfume? You can use perfume, but to use mild one. Don't go for a very local brand, and it should not be very strong. Make sure. So you haven't said what do you think of my new perfume. Sometimes you may get this type of situation, so be careful while using your perfume. And anklets, don't try this type of sir, I want to wear anklets, so you can go very smaller and the lighter one. Free hairstyle you can have. You can have freestyle, not like this. Okay, now we'll go to some of the questions. If they ask you, why should I hire you? You people be thinking, what should I be telling if they ask, why should I hire you? So you have to tell your strengths. Already you told a few of the strengths in tell about yourself. If they ask this question again, you can tell, maybe you can say, I'm more of gregarious. Gregarious means it's a social, I'm a social type, and I can easily mingle with people. So you can say, like, no, not only these three things, you can tell some other thing. You can also tell technical experience. Majorly you can say, like, say, these are the qualities, it can fit for that particular job title. And then you can say, like, I'm task oriented, and also give some examples in your life how you are task oriented person. Then third, you can again tell you are a quick learner, how you know what types of book you read, and what are things you learn, what are the certificates program you did. That information you can tell. And if it is a core company, if they ask, why should I hire you, you can tell the skill set, or maybe the technical skills, or if you have any certification, you can tell. And you must know about this. What do you mean by CTC? What do you mean by CTC? Anybody? Let me check. Do you know what do you mean by CTC? You can type. You can lie. You can type. You can chat. What is CTC? Sometimes they ask, what is your CTC? You can reply, what is CTC? Any person? Anybody? Very good. Cost to company. Shubha Darshini. Thank you, thank you. Cost to company. So if I say very colloquially, No, it means how much the company is spending on you. How much money they are spending, your gross salary, your benefits, etc., etc. So you must know how to calculate CTC. Imagine if your salary is 10,000 per month, the HR will never say your salary is 10 month no, per month 10,000. He may say 1.2 CTC. When they say 1.2 CTC, you must remember and you must know that is 10,000 rupees. If it is 15,000 rupees, 1.8, 2.4, 20,000. Sometimes they say like your CTC is 2 lakh per annum. So 2 lakh means you have to understand it will be between 15,000, 18,000 to 20,000 rupees. So the HR will speak only in this language. He will never say per month you will get this much. So you must know to calculate this. Okay, if thank you, Aishwarya Krishnamurthy. If your HR asks this question, what is your weakness? What would you reply? Anyone? What is your weaknesses? Vedika, you want to try? Vedika? Anyone? What is your weakness?
Hello.
Hello? Vedika, try,
Yes,
can you
sir.
try?
Yeah,
Okay, we.
probably.
No, no, 1 minute, 1 minute. Aishwarya is telling we have to reply in positive manner, correct? We have to reply in positive manner. What will you reply? Vedika, you can you try?
Yes, sure, sir. Suppose if I have some communication skill problem, so maybe I can tell
No.
about my is like I have a bit of problem while communicating.
No, you should not say that. No, no, no. Very good reply. You should not say that your weakness is communication. Because if the job title or job description may be important factor or important skills you need to have for to have that job, maybe a communication skill, so you should not say communication. Okay, many are replying should not express our weakness or tell them with a positive way. Yeah, correct, Shushma. Very good, Shushma. But I'm asking, what do you tell? Something positively. Yes, Veta Karuna. Correct. Something positively. What positive? I can't say no one. No, no. When someone asks for. Okay, you can say she's telling I can't say no when someone asks for help. Correct. You can tell like that. Good. Getting angry. Shubha Darshani. No, you should not tell. Getting angry, sir. I'll get more. No, you should not tell. Anger is directly related to your profession. You should not say that you get angry. Can say our weakness and can say how I am working on it. Yes, Central, correct, Central. What you're telling is correct, but I'm asking what will you tell? Overthinking. No, Gayatri is telling overthinking. Shivani is telling being honest all time. You are see being honest all time and you're um, and you're too open with HR. Okay, good, but you have to
Yeah.
elaborate. Yeah.
Can we also say like we don't have the habit or we hesitate in saying no to some work. or
No,
we
no, 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 no. In professional life, recently, if you read any books, there is a book called How Not, How to Say No. No, there is a concept called How to Say No. So that is also no. No. See, honest, being honest, if you say like, sir, I am, Shivan is telling being honest all time. That is my weakness. But you are telling, sir, I am very honest, but all other people are wrong. I am okay. In psychology, something called I am okay. All others are not okay. Okay, that's a very, very bad attitude. You should not tell that. Trusting everyone? No. You mean to say Srinidhi is telling trusting everyone? I trust everyone. That is my weakness. That you mean to say like I trust everyone. So all these people are, they are not trustworthy. No, it is more of no. You should not say that. Now let me give you a clue. You have to tell which is not relevant to the particular job or maybe profile. Oh my God, Monica is telling I'm little bit lazy in things which I am not interested. Tomorrow you will say after getting the job, you will tell the boss. Already I told no on that day. I'm little bit lazy. I don't like to work on this presentation. So I will give only after 5 days. You cannot tell like that. No, I always um, being impatient at times. No, Tendril, it is so emotional. No, impatient. You need to be patient. Sometimes you will be working in a project. Um, Many people will blame you, so you must be, to handle the situation. So, impatience you should not say. I always look for long-term decisions. Sometimes lack of confidence. No, no. See, there's something called personality. Personality in the sense, see, uh, I'm wearing tie, this dress. This is the personality I want to show before the camera. After completing this, I will remove it. Okay, I'll go to a different personality. Now let me explain here. What do you mean by personality? Personality, the personality comes from a word called persona, persona. It means mask. You will be having one mask at your home. When you speak with your parents, you'll be having a mask. When you speak with your friends, you'll be having a different mask. Sometimes you will be speaking with your very close friends, different mask. And when you go to college, you'll be having different mask. HOD, different mask. You like teacher very much, different mask. So changing of mask, it's called as personality. So here you should not say, sir, self-confident. You have to be self-confident. You cannot say so. And if you say, sir, I don't have self-confidence, then you must develop self-confidence before you go into any job. So you should not say like that. Can we say I am emotional type? No. Who is asking? Vaishali, you should not say. See, that's why I'm telling you there is something called go and read about emotional intelligence. Very, very important. Emotional intelligence, it's a part of the topic in soft skills. You have to be more emotionally strong, intelligent. For example, no, let me tell you, at home, if your parents, you know, shout at you, you will start crying. Okay, so not only at home, maybe in colleges, if a HOD shouts or your teacher, your professor shouts, you will say like, no, you will cry. That you cannot do it in any corporate company or otherwise in any job. If your boss is shouting, and he's shouting there, what presentation is this? This is a way to prepare a presentation, and he's shouting. You cannot cry. You have to be bold. If you don't know how to be bold, then you have to practice it, and you have to read a lot, and you have to so you should not say lack of confidence. Okay, and I'm not good in technical skills when compared to managerial skills. Okay, fine. This you can tell it to the HR HR interview. This Tendril is telling, I'm not good in technical skills when compared to managerial skills. Sometimes you can tell this reply to HR, um, but not in the technical round. Imagine if you're applying for a software related job, and you say, I don't have any knowledge about this thing. You should not say that. If you don't know, you will say like, I don't know, but you cannot say that as a weakness. See, let me tell you, you can say like, sir, which is not relevant to the job. So, sir, I have the habit of eating rice, too much rice. I want to, I'm in diet. I want to control, but I'm not able to, you know um, um, eating rice. So I'm working on it. You can tell this is not relevant to the, it's about you. It's your weakness, and it is not relevant to the job. It will never affect the job. And you can say I'm spendthrift. I spend money. I do a lot of shopping. I don't save. So it's my weakness. So I'm working on it. I want to save a lot of money. I'm working on it. So you can say I'm working on it. Again, the spending money is not related to your job profile. Communication is related to your job profile. Emotional intelligence related to a job description or duties. Sir, I don't have good communication skill. You should not say that. Emotional intelligence, you should not say that. So you can, there are a lot of things like this. You can tell uh, weaknesses like this. Now, okay. Um, when you tell about your hobbies, or if you are getting questions like what do you do in your free time, what will you reply? How will you reply? Now I'm asking, these are the answers you may tell, like listening music, philately, uh, gardening, reading books. How do you say that? Anyone? Even Vedika, try. What are your hobbies, Vedika? Anyone? You can also reply in chat. What do you do in your free time? How do you
Hello.
tell? Yeah.
Yes, sir. In my free time, I listen to songs, or I love
Mm.
reading books. So I read. I'm more of a non-fiction reader,
Okay.
and otherwise, if I don't have the mood to read books, I probably go for sketching. I'm a good sketcher,
Mm.
a freehand sketcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe
So,
I'll say,
okay. But when you reply to the HR or the interviewer, um, give more details. The listening music, no, everybody says I listen music. When you say music, you have to say like what type of music you listen, what type of collection you have, which songs, which type of song genre you like it. You can tell all this detail. See, sometimes you may be telling this information, hobbies, in CV. Already it's there. Again, you cannot say, sir, my hobbies are listening music, reading, gardening. You have to explain philately. Philately means what? Anybody knows what you mean by philately? Okay, yeah, Kushbu is telling watching English movie. You should not say what type of English movie you see, which actor you like, which is the recent movie you saw. Because telling all those information, you will be telling in English, and you are telling like, okay, see, what are your hobbies? My hobbies are gardening. Is this effective? Or telling, take time 30 seconds to tell about gardening. Then when you tell, you will show your passion towards, or you show your interest towards a particular hobbies that that impress, or that will be more effective, the way of telling. So sometimes HR likes it. So don't tell one words like no. Philately means very good, very good, very good. Kogila, very good,
Can I
Kogila, and
answer?
Sweta. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Answer.
Yeah, they've already answered, sir. Collection of
Yeah,
stamps.
yeah. Yeah, a collection of stamps. Okay. When I say, I used to tell, hobbies. I used to tell from when I am collecting, what are the countries I have, how much stamps I have, what different types of 3D stamps, hexagonal stamps, triangular stamps. I'll give a lot of information. But whereas in my CV, I will say only philately, or sometimes I'll say like, reading books. When you say reading books, you have to tell what type of books you are reading. And Vedika told, I read non-fiction books. And you can also tell like which book you read recently. So all this information you have to give when they ask questions like this. Okay, now yesterday, I think Pragati, I think she asked a question. Verbal. Sir, you tell about yourself that there is a structure. I have to write a script, and I have to read it, and I have to start practicing. That is a one part. Apart from verbal, apart from telling the dialogues, what they are asking, the questions, whatever they ask for, verbally replying, it's one part. Now another part is non-verbal. Non-verbal, you know, that is called body language. Body language is very, very important. um, um, till now you are a student. At home you will not be having a professional body language. At home, when you get up, when you walk to the restroom, when you go to the hall, the way you walk, the way you stand, the way you sit in your sofa, it will not be professional. You cannot be too professional inside your home. So, but at office, you have to know how to maintain the very professional body language. Yesterday we saw there are two types of body language. One is closed, another one is open body language. So whenever you communicate in office, professionally, when you communicate, you have to show, you have to be in open body language. It is very, very, I'm telling you, it is easy. It is easy to tell. I know how much I practiced to get body language. I used to speak. I never even, I use hands, but I practiced a lot. Then I inculcated this behavior. So, very important. Body language is very important. In body languages, the very first one in your professional life is smile. If I take 100 people, I used to do. I in my training program, I used to I pick people and ask them to smile. Out of 100, some 20 people cannot smile. They'll say like they show different type of facial expression, and they think that is smiling. When I ask somebody and or the teachers, ma'am, just check whether she is smiling or not, the teacher will say no. But the person who thinks that she is smiling, will say like, I'm smiling, this is the way I smile. So you people must learn. If you don't have, just go stand before the mirror and smile. And also you check with your friends, smile. And you must know, you have to practice, and you have to practice how to smile. So smiling is very important. Next is eye contact. As I told, see the handshake. When you give handshake, you have to see eye to eye. That is very important. See, again, I'm telling you, eye contact is very, 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 very difficult. I would say, like, stand before the mirror, just see your eyes, start talking. You will you will be speaking for 5 seconds or 10 seconds. After that you will start blabbering. Okay, don't worry, just blabber, talk, whatever comes in your mind, talk, but just see your eyes and talk. After that, sometime, take a concept, take any news, and talk about that particular topic. Practice it. After practicing, go just stand before the mirror, see eye to eye, speak. You will get it. So it will take long time. It will take long time, um, but you can acquire this skill. Now let us come to handshake. Handshake. I would advise you to give a handshake like this. This is it's not a full handshake. No, this ending. No, it's not getting. No, it's not. It is not getting touched. Okay. So this is the way you have to give handshake. And whenever you give handshake, you must have this much distance. See the hands. Uh, this is very straight, and she's also a little away from him. So professional, this is the way they see each other. See the way she smiles. Practice like this. Smiling is very very important in your professional life. Handshake and distance. You should not come too closer when you give a handshake. That gives a different signal. So you ought to be careful when you give handshakes. Now, not like this. No, this is a different meaning. And very important, you should not go for a dead fish handshake. See here, this may be our HR. He will give very firmly. Many people know some know, and even I have, even you may be having this experience. They will give only just hands. They don't handshake. They don't shake at all. So that is called as dead fish handshake. So you should not. You have to practice handshake also. But I recommend not to give handshake because of because of this. And whenever you go for an interview, um, you must know there is something called proximity. The proximity is nothing but it's a non-verbal study of space and distance. See here, the distance between this person, maybe the left side and the right side, they have a it's a uh, the space is very higher. So here, you ought to be very very careful in your professional life. You should not invade into others' proximity or others' personal space. To understand, from you 45 centimeters is a intimate zone. You will allow only your friends or maybe your close friends. Sometimes a normal friend, the distance is 1.2 meter, and the social zone is something 3.6 meter. Now, due to Corona, this they are asking for this zone. The government is recommending us to be in. Uh, Wait a minute, sorry. So they are recommending us to go for this zone that is 1.2 meter. We need to give a social distancing. An audience is more than 3.6 meter. So learn this proximity, and just you cannot barge into others' personal space. For your understanding, personal space, 1.5 intimate, personal, social, and public spaces. And how will you sit in the interview? Obviously, you will not sit like this. You will not be sitting like this. Many students, I have seen many students will sit like this because they are not very confident. So what they do, no, they'll keep their hands like this and they'll sit. You are not supposed to sit like this. Sometimes You may think, sir, I don't have a powerful voice. So if I sit like this, so HR may know hear what I speak. So don't do that. Don't do that. You have to sit straight like this. I say, if you find a chair like this, don't lean on this. Give some space, sit straight. Okay, so you are not no there to relax. You have to be ready to answer any questions, or other they may ask any type of questions. So you must sit like this. Don't lean on the chair, on the back of the chair. So if this is a chair, this is a rolling chair, you got to be very careful. Sit straight. Again, I'm telling you, sit straight. Don't lean on this uh, back. Sometimes, yesterday, a person asked me, "Can I have a cross leg?" If you are attending this type of table, you can have a cross legging. These people cannot see, the panelist or the interviewer cannot see, so you can have cross legs. um, I would say you should not keep your hands like this. You can keep your resume or your maybe whatever the files here. If you keep your hand like this, it will affect your body language. How it will affect? It will affect. You cannot have a hand gesture. You cannot speak. No, when you speak, you can use your hands. If you go and keep rest your hands like this, then then you are depending only on the verbal skill, not on the non-verbal skill. So yesterday we saw only 7% of the verbal skill, the what are the words you speak. So please, if you want to make your interview so effective, then you should not do this. Don't rest your uh, elbow here. And these are some of the negative attitude. This body language, no, you should not use. This is also a very bad one, very bad one. Don't sit like this. The next one, very important. There's something called gait. Already I told you, gait. What is gait? A person's manner of walking. Already told you, at home you will be walking very slowly, but in professional walk you should not walk slowly. It has to be a little bit faster than you walking at your home. When the interviewer, no, you are knocking at the door and you open and the interviewer say, "Come in." The way you walk, that shows the confidence. So that walking, the gait should be a little bit faster, quick, go. When you go near to the chair, uh, just go stand and wish them. Say, you can say good evening or good morning. They will tell, sit down, go and sit. Many people what they'll do, no, they'll go. The HR will say, come in. Just they go, without anything. Just they go and sit. No, go stand near to the chair and just see the HR. The HR will say, sit down. Immediately, what you have to tell? You have to say, thank you, and sit down. Hand gesture, very, 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 very important. When you talk, you have to speak your mind. There's something called speak your mind. Um Imagine you are gossiping. You are gossiping about somebody, and you'll be gossiping in a different body language, your facial expression, and your lip movements, uh, the hand gesture, everything will change. So what I would say, like you have to use hand gesture. So after preparing, the script or the answer for a particular question, please stand before the mirror, use your hand, because when you show your palm towards the HR, or anybody who speaks, that is called open body language. The palms, showing the palms towards the audience, it says that you can easily connect with the person who sits before you. Okay. Till now, do you have any questions? You can ask me. After that, I'll go for anything. Any doubts? Good question. Should we ask, can I sit down? Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know, but no. Can I sit? Do you think they will ask you to stand for the whole interview? No. Just go. It's a good question. Many people know they enter. They'll say like HR say come in. They come. They come and stand. Says, shall I sit? Not nice. Just go and stand. Just see them. They will say sit down. Just say thank you, sit down. Don't ask. Very good question. Very good question, Shubha. Don't ask shall I or can I sit. Any other? Good, very good.
No, so I don't think there's any other question. It's actually really clear enough for us to understand. Hope you all will apply those also.
Again, I'm telling you. Again, I'm telling you. You can ask any silly questions. I'm ready to reply, because I know when I was like you, I had a lot of questions. I thank my principal. You know what happened? 2000. It is 2000. I still remember. We got a circular saying you have a training program. Who is going to conduct? Principal is going to conduct. Principal? What? Principal is going to talk. So we went. Three departments: physics, chemistry, and one more. I think it's biology. We went. We were sitting inside the seminar hall. Hmm, principal came in. Everybody. Very strict principal. The principal, no, he said, I'm going to talk about something very important today. So take a notebook. Okay, you take a notebook, write it down. Whatever I'm going to tell, write it down. We took the very first topic, principal of the college is taking resume writing. The very first time I heard the word called something called resume. The first training, what he taught us, you should not say resume. You have to say it's a resume. That's how he started, and it went for 2 hours. After resume writing, he taught about how you have to attend interview skills. The principal uh, is a very motivating factor for the director Bala. You know the director Bala. Bala wrote a book called Ivandan Bala. Uh, it is 75 rupees. I think it's 75 rupees. You must read it. How Bala, ordinary Bala, who studied in a particular college, how he became a director. In that book, last page, you will see this principal photo. That principal, no, took resume writing. Today, I can teach about resume writing. I thank the principal, Samuel Sudananda, sir. It is his name. I cannot forget that. So you can ask any questions. I'm ready to answer. Now, yesterday,
Sir,
yeah.
before proceeding, there's a question. What type of questions can we ask the employer?
Very good question. You can ask. Don't ask about the salary. Okay, immediately don't ask about the salary. You are the fresher. For the fresher, already they know. Sometimes they would have fixed the salary. They will inform you. This is the what salary we will give. So, what are things you can ask? I will ask you. Anyone? There are a lot of people can ask. Kavita Segar asked this question. What type of questions we should ask the employer? You have to ask only in the end, at the end of the interview. So imagine the HR asks the question, tell about yourself. You completed the tell about yourself, then you cannot ask question to the HR. So you have to wait till the interview ends. Finally, sometimes they may ask like, do you have any questions? Does the head gesture is observed in interview? See everything. I'll come to you later, Kavita. Shivani is asking the head gesture is observed in interview. Not only head gesture, your whole body language. Shall I tell you? I told you, I came for an interview in 2007 in Chennai. Uh, Very first time I'm coming to Chennai, Nungambakam, Nungambakam Kadir Nawaz Khan Road. I attended the interview. We spoke for 1 hour. Well, the whole 1 hour, my boss was seeing me, my hands. I'm just speaking, when I tell about myself, I'm using my hands. You know what? My boss was doing like that because my boss can speak, but no, he cannot. No, he cannot use hand gesture. And he was just seeing and my facial expression. Later, he told like, no, I liked you. You had a good body language. So that's one of the factors. So you cannot say whether they will understand. Sometimes HR may speak, he may tell his or her experience on the time. You have to involve into that. You have to say like, oh. So you have to nod. You cannot sit like this. Imagine the HR is speaking very energetically, and he is telling his experience. Imagine you are sitting like this. It means you are not active listener. The active listener always nod and sometimes agree, or sometimes no, they'll show the expression. So not only head. Very good question. Then now tell me, anybody reply for Kavita's question? uh,
Ma'am,
yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
we can ask about the office timings or
See, you cannot ask first question as a timing, no. So it is like asking, sir, when will you leave at evening? 9 o'clock, okay. Evening, can I go at 4 o'clock, or should I work till 8 o'clock? Uh, you can ask this question not as a first question. See, imagine this: if somebody is coming, your relative is coming, and they are inviting you for the wedding. They have a wedding card. They are knocking. You open. You know what will be the conversation? Oh, come, bam, வாங்க 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 come. நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? Super. வாங்க உட்காருங்க உட்காருங்க உட்காருங்க. என்ன சாப்பிடுறீங்க? This is what we talk. Correct? Imagine knocking. You open. What do you want? Imagine that guy is telling, wedding next month. My son has a wedding. Just come. Tata. Bye bye. No, that is something called rapport time. Okay, what do you will talk all this stuff? How are you? It's a long time. I know since we saw. So all these things you will talk. Then slowly that person will get up and he will give the invitation card. So you can not that as a first question. What can be the first question? I'm just saying. Read about the details of the organization in their website. Any doubts? Okay. So, what? Maybe the first question you can ask about the organization culture. You can ask for the organizational culture. Then you can ask about the timing, college timing. Sorry, organization timing. Then you can also, you are free to negotiate your salary also. Imagine if they told your salary will be 1.8 CTC, then you have full rights. But when you negotiate, that's something called negotiation skill. Okay, when you negotiate, you have to be, you have to be very humble, and you have to ask. It would be nice if I have uh, two CTC. You can negotiate. These are the questions that you can ask. See, don't ask about the salary. What will be my salary? But don't ask, because anyway they will tell. The HR will tell you. Good, very good. Okay, some questions like outfits. I already told you. Um, Kavita is asking, like, if the employer questions about the remuneration, you wish, how should we convey? No, no, they don't ask for the freshers. They don't ask. Okay, if they ask, you can say, like, I told you, what are the you can ask for whatever the CTC. Then sometimes they'll ask how much you are expecting. Then you can say, I expect this much. Then they will say, we will give only this much. Then what is happening? So you are asking for 20,000 rupees per month, and they are telling, no, we can give only 16,000. Don't say, okay, try to negotiate. Okay, then you can say, I did that. In a company I did, and I got, other five people got the whatever the salary the particular college fixed. I negotiated. He gave 2,000, higher than other people who applied on that particular time. So you can negotiate on the salary part. um, Very good. Aishwarya told a very good answer. It's like you can ask day to day roles and responsibility. The first you can ask about the organization culture. The next you can ask about the day to day responsibility. Sir, what type of job I'll be doing here? So you can ask those information. Then you can ask about this timings and all. So I don't know whether we have to put the hair in front of back hair. Nowadays it's called Amazon or big companies are here. Google is coming. IBM here, IBM recruiting front or back. It's whatever suits you. Okay, so hairstyle, your choice. You are more creative people. Nowadays all girls are like stylists. So it's your choice. So any other questions, or I'll go to, because yesterday one of the student asked, sir, should I speak in English? Should I speak in English? I know many people struggling to speak English. Uh, okay. Sorry. Another question, sir. How long the interview will take? I know. One interview happened for just for 5 minutes. IBM, just 5 minutes. They came 5 minutes. They asked about yourself, and they had a chat. After the fifth minute, they were talking. They're talking, and that guy got it. Okay, I know 1 hour interview, sometimes 30 minutes. It depends upon how you speak. If you are not energetic, and if you are not voluble when you speak, and you are very monotonous, and you are asking, and you are replaying everything in just 10 seconds. Imagine they are asking a question like, tell about yourself. You are telling Praveen, ta, 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 just 5 or 10 seconds. Then do you think the HR will be asking question one by one? No. So please take time. When you reply, please take time and reply. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go to this one. Okay, sir. Tell me, how should I develop English? The very first one, learn a lot of vocabulary. Okay, very important. In 1740, okay, around late 1740, a missionary came from Germany. His name is Bartholomeus Zingenbalg. Um, uh, he was a German, but he was sent by a Denmark king. He came here. He liked Tamil, and I want to learn Tamil. Um, so what he did, he collected 5,000 words. He had a servant. The servant job is to tell what it is for water. So tannir, he will write down. So he started writing in his diary. He wrote it for 5,000 words. Daily he will sit and memorize the Tamil words. Then slowly he started speaking. In 8 months, he started learning. He started speaking Tamil. So any language, sir, I want to learn German. Okay, learn. Just go learn the words, lot of words in German. Sir, I want to learn French. Where should I go and learn? First, you learn lot of words. So I recommend there is a website called freerise.com. Okay, let me show you also. This is the one. Um, um, Vedika, can you see that website?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible. Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
now. Okay. Now, what will be the Vedika? Can you try the Vedika? What is the meaning for this?
queen means female ruler, the last one.
Very good. Liquid.
Liquid. It's actually a little vague. If you could zoom in a bit.
Um, okay.
Yeah. Liquid will be fluid.
Okay. Good.
Penny
Penny.
will be cent.
Okay. So here, this is a beautiful website. See here, there's something called it's a bowl here. Okay. It's a freerise.com. If you play this game, you are giving rise to the poor people. If you log in and play, there are a lot of people. They are contributing this by playing in this website. See here the information like here. Um, Yesterday, they donated some 77 crow rice. Here, you can change the levels also. Imagine normal level. Vedika, can you try Vedika? Stringent.
Stringent means severe.
Okay, good.
Hyperplasma, that means high fever.
Okay,
Fume, foam.
okay. So, like this, there are different levels in this. You can develop your vocabulary by playing. There are 5 different levels. Not only English, in category thing, you can also learn around 6 languages. You can learn Spanish, Latin, French, Italian, German, okay, Czechoslovakia. All this you can learn. You can also learn a lot of things you can learn in this. So what I would say is,
Sir,
yeah,
But how does this help in the community thing? I mean, the donating food.
No, actually, it's run by United Nation organization. So they are, by playing this, okay, the UN is contributing for the poor country, third world countries. They are thing. You can get a lot of information if you read that website. Okay. So in English, if you want to learn English, you must learn daily 5 new words. Learn it. Then also the very important is you have to learn the 3 forms of verb. What will be the past participle of swim, Vedika? What is the past of swim?
Swam,
What is past participle?
swam,
Ah,
swam.
can you spell it?
SWAM.
SWAM. Okay. You mean this is the past part of the third form, that is V3 form? Sing, sang, song. Correct. Swim, swam.
It will be the same swam.
Okay, so no, it's not same. Okay, so that's why we have to learn. We have to brush up. We have to learn these 3 forms of verbs. Then very important in any communication, you must learn active voice, because knowing this active voice will will help you to think in English. See, the problem in learning English, what is that? We think in Tamil, in mother tongue, or we think in Telugu, think in Malayalam, and we'll try to translate and speak. But when you learn a language properly, you have to think in that language. So all these 3 things, like learning a word or learning 3 forms of verb, and learning active voice, it will help you to think in English. So you can. There are a lot of videos. There are a lot of videos in YouTube. Without going to any tutorial, you can learn from YouTube. So in English, you have to be very careful using 3 verbs are very, very important, not only in English or any language. If you want to learn German, just go learn these 3 verbs. French, 3 verbs, because these 3 verbs are very, very important in any languages. So see, the most common mistake, what we will do, um, he does, sometimes we'll say he do, he has, sometimes we'll say he have, sometimes we say, no, we don't say he, I am. Sometimes I know some people say I is, okay, or you is. So please, no, please be careful. This part you must learn it, basic thing. And especially when you speak, you have to be very careful when you use a particular conjugation for he, she, it. And if you say, sir, I'm very bored to, I know I'm not able to sit and practice. No, please do. Imagine you are going to do an exercise. Do just only one per day. Then slowly increase it. So many used to say, sir, I cannot read books. If I read book, I'll sleep. Let it be. You sleep, but you read and sleep. Have the habit of reading. My HOD, my PG HOD used to say, if you want to become, you know, you want to reach a very higher, sorry, if you want to reach, a particular level in your profession, you must read 30 pages before you sleep. So, I'm not reading 30 pages, but I'm reading. So if you're not able to read, just read one page, just close it, sleep. In this way, you can start. You can learn. So reading. If you read English book, automatically you can learn about English. And the very main question is, how to handle interviews questions that you don't know. If it is a technical questions, imagine something they are asking about Java, a technical round. If you don't know, please say, "I'm very sorry, sir. Um, I don't know um, for the no particular questions." You can say no to it. Don't try to reply. If you don't know, if your brain says you don't know, just say you don't know. And you can say, like, you can be humble, saying, like, you can show courtesy, like saying, "Sir, sorry, sir. Now I have to learn those skills." You can say like that, and don't try to reply. The process will be, any interview, or maybe the job process will be, you will be searching job in different portals, newspaper, and then you will be preparing the CV, and you'll be sending the CV. And if you are very good in making this all these editing videos, you can prepare video resume and you can send. Then sometimes a company, the organization will conduct group discussion, and most of the company will conduct a general aptitude test, and also something another called psychometric test. Psychometric, in the sense, like, psycho means it's mind, metric means measure. They will measure your psychic. They will ask questions. They will ask whether you get where you do you get anger very often. When you say yes, the same questions, or it will be asked in a very different form in in some other time, and they will relate, and they will give you minus mark. It's called a psychometric. There are a lot of free psychometric tests in Google. Just go psychometric test. Try to attend psychometric test. Lot of companies know nowadays they ask for psychometric test. So you will be attending the test for 30 minutes. There'll be a lot of situation. They will say, like, how will you react in that situation? So please do practice in psychometric test too. Then the group discussion. Then sometimes two times you may be having, sometimes one. It depends upon the company. Then you will be attending the interview. Sometimes you will be attending interview on technical round, interview for technical round, another for the soft skills, or otherwise no, fitman interview. It's called as fitman interview. The HR will find out whether the person will be able to work here. These are the process. So any questions? Any questions? Uh, Tanisha, Tanisha, you asked, can you say the name of the site? Which site you're, no, you mean freerise.com? Vocabulary, all this call is freerise.com. Free,
I guess
F-R.
you're asking about the psychometric test, sir.
You just type free psychometric tests in Google, you will be getting a lot of things. So even some paids are there. You can pay and you can attend the test. Free test also there.
Okay, okay, sir.
Psychometric test. So we have another 10 minutes more.
It was a really wonderful session, sir. I mean, it was all clear. All our questions were clearly answered, like regarding outfits and our body language. That's what generally we tend to get. We want to know about, like how we should behave, how we should talk. That's the main thing. And I guess I personally got an answer to all my questions. I'm sure the
Thank,
students would have
thank
also
you.
been able to follow up.
Thank you so
And
much.
guys, if there is any question, please post
Any
in the chat
questions you can
box.
ask? Which
usually,
one? No, which no Priya, can you repeat that website name once again? Which one you are asking about? Priya Annamalai. Is it psychometric or you are asking for that's freerise.com? Miss Priya? Yes, Vedika. Um, you were asking some question. Vedika?
yes, sir. I was asking, generally, what do you say? The freshers don't tell in their expectations about salary, right? Because what I have noticed, what my dad tells from his office experience is that when people come for interviews, they tell him that their salary expectation is 15,000, but the company is ready to give them 18,000. There again, they lose in. So,
Yeah.
is it? Do they have to say their expectation?
Very good question, Vedika. That's why there is a portal called Nokri, correct? Nokri or Monster. If imagine you're going to apply for front office executive, we saw yesterday front office executive. Just go check in Nokri before you go to interview. You must know what are the salary package for example, if it is a very ordinary hospital, front office, they'll give only 6,000. I know a company who gives 30,000 rupees for front office executive. So I cannot go and tell in that company, sir, 10,000 enough. The salary is what? 30,000. So the question is important. That's why before you go, just go to different portals, job portals. Just check for this company. It's a foreign based company. Okay, obviously they give more. Find out, do some research, and go it. And before going to any interview, I'm telling you, you must learn. You must go to the website, company's website, just learn what are the things they are doing. No, whether they are into marketing, whether they are into whatever. Okay, just have a no, just note it down, then go for interview. Very, very excellent question. So that's why I'm telling you, if you know if it is a very, if they are going to give more, then you can ask for 35,000 rupees. And don't ask, and please, whenever you ask for, don't say, I want 35,000 rupees per month. Convert that 35 into 12 months. How much? You will get some lakhs. That is your CTC. Please do tell very professionally, ask for, don't ask that, please give me 18,000 per month. So go for, you can say like, I want 4 lakh CTC or 3 lakh CTC. So that's why you have to study about the company, and you have to go, you have to be prepared on that. Anything.
Probably we can start negotiating after
Yeah,
knowing
yeah,
their.
yeah. After
Uh,
knowing that, you can negotiate. You are
okay.
free to negotiate. You are free to
How do we?
negotiate. Yeah.
Yes, sir. How do we humbly say that, convey them that, sir, as per the company norms, you know better how much to pay the freshers.
You are asking for a specific job title, or otherwise you're asking commonly.
Common, like how do we humbly say to them that, sir, as per the company norms, you know better how much a fresher should be paid. How do we exactly frame it in words to tell them when they ask
See,
our salary?
a good question. When you say there is something called, I don't know. When I was going for the first job, I didn't have this thought. Nowadays, people are very smart. You know how smart? They know their family background, correct? They need this much, and your lifestyle, and the saving amount. Before going to interview, just work it on it. Imagine every month I'm going to save 5,000 rupees plus, and you go for what, household. Imagine you have to give money for your parents. Imagine you'd add 5,000. and other miscellaneous some 3,000. So it totally comes around 15,000 rupees. Okay. So when you go to the when you speak with the HR, you can say all these things. Okay, saying I'm no no my lifestyle has this. I want to save this much money. So you will be telling all this thing. So as of now, I'm expecting this much. So it will be nice, if you say okay for this number. Okay, whatever the number you quote. So you can think and you can frame the sentences, to talk about that. Then and that negotiation part. Um, I did this, and I got it. I got twice. I got it. They will say like only this much we can pay. Okay. Then you can say, ma'am, can I take a minute? So you have to ask something. You have to start like this. You can say no. You have to say like, can I take a minute, ma'am? No. I got this much from that company. Now I'm expecting this much. So your tone, all this tone, you know how to talk. Okay, so it should be in a pleasing tone, and you can um, talk positively to the HR, and you can negotiate and you can get it. There's something called negotiation skill. You can also go and read about it. Okay, so there um, you can ask. Very good question, Vedika. Any
Thank
other?
you, sir. Since
Oh,
you mentioned so much about books today, and I'm personally a non-fiction reader more, so would you suggest some top five books which we should read maybe?
okay. So the
I
very
know
first
it's
question. No, no,
I
no.
know.
I can tell you books, but I never, I never recommend any books. Okay, but I can tell. No, I know. You know the secret, the book Secret.
I've read it, sir. I've
Read
read it.
it. Okay, 2 years back. 2 years back, I had a training program in GRD in Coimbatore. End of the session, one girl came and said, like, sir, super sir, have you ever read this book called Secret? I said, no. Sir, you are talking, whatever, that's the law of attraction. The book revolves around the law of attraction. Well, sir, can you read it, sir? I downloaded that book. Okay, I started reading. Somewhere I didn't like. I'm talking about 2 years back. Just like that, went off. 1 month before, I had a chat with my brother. Uh, and I know in this Corona time, I was a little bit down. And I have a lot of, negative thoughts around me. Okay. I posted something negative in Facebook. My brother saw that, and he called me, and he talked for 1 hour. Okay, and he gave me some insight, and then he recommended this book. You know what happened? I read that book. I watched that movie in English. I watched the movie in Tamil also. Now I am able to relate that book with my life. Okay, so non-fiction, what would I say? For example, what are the books I recently studied? Okay, Tamil Tata. Okay, Tamil Tata. Yeah, Vedika is. Please leave me. Okay, let us finish this. Tamil Tata. Who is Tamil Tata? Can anyone
No,
tell who is Tamil Tata?
actually, sir, I'm an English reader. I have no clue about any
Okay,
South
okay, okay.
Indian.
No, this question not for Vedika. Yeah, anybody knows who is Tamil Tata? Reply in live chat. Very fast. Tamil Tata. Okay. Uwe Swaminatha Iyer. Okay. I read his autobiography, N Saridai. There's a book called as N Saridai. Okay. Um, um, I learned a lot of things from that book because I'm learning how he memorized the Tamil. Morning, he'll get up at 5 o'clock and he will memorize all the poems. So please, that I liked it, so I read N Saridai by. Then I read Bhardiya's autobiography. I'm sorry, biography. And the next I read it, Dr. Venkataswamy's book. I read it. So most of the time I prefer non-fiction. Is I read about somebody's life, how they become like this. That is what I used to read. Okay, so that's why I never recommend anybody's what I read. So just go search, but don't go search in Amazon. You can go search in Connemara library. You can go search in your, maybe in your personal college's library, but not now because of the corona thing. Nowadays, you are getting a lot of ebooks thing. The world is big, so start reading. Start today. Start reading books. Okay, so thank you so much, students. Ma'am,
Hello. Good evening, sir.
good evening, ma'am.
It was an excellent session, sir. Sorry for joining late,
Okay,
but it was an
thank you.
excellent session. Wonderful questions you have discussed. And from my end, I have just two questions, sir, for you.
Ma'am.
One, now, as you all know, that we are in the pandemic scenario, COVID, and fortunately or unfortunately, there are less job opportunities for the people already who are working in the organizations. They have been sent out in top multinational companies. And what is your view on the job opportunities for the youngsters this academic year 2021, sir?
Ma'am, there are a lot of there are a lot of opportunity. See,
Okay.
this transition, maybe the corona transition, is the work culture is changing. I'm talking
Yes.
about macro level. They are changing
Okay.
the culture. See, till now
Okay.
they said the soft skill, whatever the software engineers, they cannot work from home.
Yeah.
They must come to where they have to come where
Office.
office. But this corona is changing the culture. Okay, so future. So I think we have to wait for some more months. Okay, there are a lot of future for this freshers. Not only for the freshers, because the dynamics of the work is changing. There will be a lot of online courses. Imagine now I am taking, this is the first
Yeah.
experience in a live thing. If you ask me, this is a wonderful opportunity. I have to thank you for this opportunity. See, till now I used to meet people directly. I used to speak. The way I train people will be different. Today I'm getting job. I'm opportunity is there. So I am converting without. If I say, sir, I'm not comfortable sitting before the camera, I cannot do things. So Google is there. There are a lot of opportunity there. Ask your students to search for a job. There are a lot of online jobs are there. Okay, so we will be coming out. Surely we will come out from this situation by end of the December. From January, then we will. There are a lot of scopes. Okay, we have to think positive. I am thinking very positive. I'm approaching a lot of people positive. So that sometimes the college says, "Sir, we are not able to do this," but still we are managing it. So there is a lot of scope for freshers. One thing I say, don't get depressed. So many used to say there is no job, corona, there is no job. Nothing like that. Be positive. Okay, this world will change, and there will be a lot of workforce will be coming. See, after 1991, after the liberalization, lot of jobs came in. Before that, there will be very few jobs like clerk job, teacher, professor, be a teacher. But after 1991, lot of jobs came in. Now another transformation is happening. Okay, a lot of companies will be e-commerce based companies will be coming. We have to develop ourselves and we have to go fit in to that thing.
Requirements, okay. So now, since everything is online, as you rightly said, technology is omnipresent. So obviously, the interviews also is going to happen virtually, maybe
Yeah.
through Skype or online interviews. So now, whatever questions you ask, sir, how, what difference is it going to make in the life of a students? How do they want to project themselves if it is going to be an online interview process? Does it make any difference for them? By means of answering the questions or their presentation or their etiquette or their attitude, whatsoever is concerned. So your
Again,
answer.
again, a very wonderful question.
Yeah.
See, the very first one for your question is the way we sit when you attend an interview that
Correct.
matters. See, I cannot project the cam. I cannot keep the camera down. I cannot project. See, that is something. No, if you go, learn about the photography, the picture whichever you take from down. If you place the camera down, the characterization of the picture it will be more negative. All the villains they will keep the camera down. Whereas
Okay.
when they project a hero, they will keep the camera maybe up. Okay. So these are the aesthetic things they have to understand. Okay. So you have to sit straight to the camera.
Okay.
I'm talking now. I'm talking now. I'm using two hands. I'm talking. All these things they will say. See, the reply part, what are the questions? Tell about yourself. Why should I hire you? The reply will be the same. But students here now, we have to train them, ask them to open your no, switch on your camera, just speak. We need to have a mock session like this. When we have like this, people will get. See, nowadays I'm telling you, a lot of my students, they are starting YouTube channels. They are coming before the camera and they are no, they are talking. I started a lot of no, I have three YouTube channels just because of my students. Because tomorrow they may come and ask me, sir, what channel you have? I have two channels. So because I have a lot of pressure from my students, I'm going towards the wave. The corona is a big wave. It's making me to sit before the camera. I never sat before the camera like this. So we have to tell them we have to. That's a different set. The reply part is same. If they ask tell about yourself, you have to sit and you have to see the camera. Here you cannot see eye to eye. Here is eye is the camera. So you have to see the camera and you have to talk.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot for answering the questions. And thank you very much, students, for the active participation. Probably today is day 5. And tomorrow again, we have aptitude and reasoning skills. So we have posted the feedback form link in the chat, YouTube chat. So I kindly request you, students, to give your valuable feedbacks and suggestions in the feedback form and submit it before 7 p.m. today. So thank you very much, Praveen sir. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you, placement coordinators, Vedika and Pragati. Thank you, Sashi ma'am, and thank you, technical team Tamare. Thanks a lot for us, and meet you tomorrow by 3:42 skills. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all.